question is that he had read and heard some arguments regarding is the ankle, the raising up the garment when you put it down below the ankles, if it's out of arrogance or not arrogance, or it's just to do with the garment only and not the trousers or the sirwal. Okay. First of all, I know that there are some renowned scholars. They say that, for example, that it is okay to have your izaar below your ankles, as long as you don't mean arrogance. And they use the incident that took place with Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu wa ardah, when the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was giving a clear warning to those people who have their garment below their ankles. He's saying, مَا أَسْفَرُ الْكَعْبَيْنِ فَفِي النَّارِ. Verily, what is below the ankles is to be in the hellfire. Not the garment. The person who's got the garment's done nothing wrong. The person who's put the garment is in the hellfire. And also he said, he who does lower his garment below his ankles, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not look at him and will not speak to him. Because of that, Abu Bakr, he had a garment where thought it was, whenever it's being left, it will go below his ankles, but he himself is to hold it. That means is to hold it like that, to make sure that it does not go below his ankles. So he's asking the Prophet ﷺ about this. He said to him, إِنَّكَ لَا تَفْعَلُهُ خُيَلَاءَ. You're not doing it out of arrogance, O Abu Bakr. Because of that, these people had built mansions on top of that. Look, Abu Bakr, he did not say to him, because of arrogance, so you could do it if it's not arrogance is intended. Well, that hadith is actually used against you, not for you. How? That is, this number one, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, the big Siddiq. That's number one. Are you a big Siddiq? The biggest of the truthful one. As-Siddiq al-Akbar. The biggest Siddiq. Nobody can be like Abu Bakr. And number one. So you're not Abu Bakr. Number two. Abu Bakr, he heard this warning from the Prophet ﷺ. And he did not buy his garment deliberately below his ankles. He had it, and now he's hearing this warning. Whereas now that already these people got this warning, but they're going deliberately by something which is what? Below their ankles. He had it already there. So why are you doing this? Why are you deliberately buying something? So if it's already done, well, you're going to have an excuse maybe. But this, Abu Bakr is already having it. Number three, Abu Bakr is holding it. So whenever he prays, he's holding it to make sure it does not go below his ankles. Are you telling me that you hold your thobe, which you deliberately bought to be below your ankles? You didn't do it? You're not. Number four, where is that person who's going to tell you that you're not doing it out of arrogance? This is the Prophet of Allah, who's been inspired by revelation. He didn't say it just out of as a person to a person. Allah told him that Abu Bakr does not do it out of arrogance, because the Prophet of Allah can't look into the heart of Abu Bakr. It has to be inspired by Allah Azza wa Jal. Where is that person going to tell you, brother, you're not doing it out of arrogance? Fight these 4 points and then come and talk to me about the issue. These 4 points. Then we come to the conclusion. There is a difference between a person who lower his garment below his ankles without the intention of arrogance, and another one with the intention of arrogance. The one who is just below the ankles without arrogance is in the hellfire. But with the arrogance, it's worse. Allah will not speak to you, and Allah will not look at you. Now, the people who go to the hellfire, you might have a chance that Allah will speak to you. It's even better chance, because you're going to go back, because you're Muslim, you're going to come out of the hellfire. But this person is not going to look at you, because Allah Azza wa Jal, He's telling you that you are falsehood or falsely trying to take an attribute that belongs to Allah, which is the pride. It's only for Allah Azza wa Jal, nobody else. Ana al-Jabbar, Ana al-Mutakabbir. Bring all of these kings and monarchs. They used to say that we are Jabbarun, we are the mighty ones, and we are the ones who are pride into us, and they are arrogant as well. So you are taking one of the prides, you are calling yourself a second. That's why you are actually competing with Allah Azza wa Jalla. That's why He's not going to speak to you. He's not going to speak to you. That means that mercy has been gone. Look at you, mercy is gone. So that's what Allah Ta'ala. As for the trousers or the garment, we have a narration from Ibn Umar that he used to have a sarwal which is below his ankles. Well, let me tell you something. We leave Ibn Umar's understanding to Ibn Umar, if he has understood that. But we know for a fact that the Prophet ﷺ, he said, مَا أَسْفَرُ الْكَعْبَيْنِ فَفِي النَّارِ is a general statement. If Ibn Umar did not have that statement, did not have it, then rightly so he might misunderstand it. That is, he used to have a sarwal which is below his ankles. But there is no difference between the sarwal and the thobe. Anything below the ankles is not supposed to be so. So what is the best thing to do? Is to go and resew it. It's very easy, either to resew it, but I don't like it to keep rolling it. Rolling it is no problem, but if you're in the prayer, it's a problem. So in the prayer, you should not be rolling your trousers or your thobe, whatever, rolling it, because the Prophet ﷺ made us to pray, and everything in us will pray. That means your hair will pray, it cannot be tied up. Your clothes can be prayed, you can't roll your sleeves, you can't roll your trousers, your limbs will pray, so you can't roll them up. So what should I do? I do like Abu Bakr. Raise them up, ata'ahad. Lift them while you are what? Praying, but to make an easy job for you, what are you going to do? Trim it, cut it. SubhanAllah, cut it. And this is how the companions, radiallahu anhum, they would just see something from the Prophet of Allah, they would not argue. As soon as they see him, why should you be going out of arrogance and out of arrogance? The Prophet of Allah, he had given us 3 places in the shin. Below the ankle is in the hellfire. Above the ankle, just about above the ankle, this is permissible. This is the minimum you could do. Above that, which is better. And 4 fingers below your knee, that's the best. Martabat al-fadl. Just put 4 in your knee, put 4 fingers, and this is where I used to have Sheikh al-Albani said, all the time. Okay? That's what they used to make. They take the make skirts. This is martabat al-fadl. Why do we take that from the hadith? From the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, when he hit on the companion's foot, and he said, up to there. This is the garment of the believer. The believer is the best. Not the Muslim, he is the mu'min. So, and there is no harm, he said, between that vest until the ankles, or below the ankles, in the hellfire. So, these companions, whenever they see the Prophet doing something, they will just, قَالُوا سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. But you, سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا, not you as in, and those people, سَمِعْنَا وَعَصَيْنَا. We hear and we disobey. Soon as the Uthman radiallahu anhu ardah, he went to talk with the kuffar of mushrikeen regarding those prisoners of war, the captives in the battle of Uhud. He went to kuffar, and then Uthman ibn Affan as well, he came as well, he went to talk during the Hudaybiyah. His cousin from his family saw him, and he said he wanted to give him protection, because if Abu Sufyan sees him, he will kill him. But he came to negotiate with the people of Quraysh that we're not coming to fight, we're coming to what? We're coming to what? To make Hajj, to make Umrah. So anyway, some of the companions who were captives there, they saw Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu warḍah, and his garment was up to that best place, which is 4 fingers below his ankles. So they asked him, who's that? He said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he commanded us for this. Each person takes a razor and cuts his garment. He would never say, is it out of arrogance? No arrogance. Just a piece of razor, cut his garment. And he would obey straight away, because these people, even in the prayers of the Prophet of Allah, taking his shoes off. Imagine, they take their shoes off. Imagine, Prophet of Allah takes his shoes off. I mean, it comes to it, maybe it's part of the prayer now. We have to take our shoes off. They do the same thing. These are the companions. Because they were like this is the way we are in triumph. Islam spread because of them. You are in debt to every dot of blood, every drop of blood of theirs. You are in debt to them. That Islam had reached you, and the Quran had reached you because of them, the companions. Know their fadl, their favors upon you. If you don't know their fadl, wallahi, you are jahid. A person, a'udhu billah, who does not thank people, he does not thank Allah. So you have to know their fadl, their favors upon you, all the time. Alhamdulillah. Had it been for Abu Bakr, we didn't be lost now. Radiallahu anhu wa ardah. He's the one who had stood firm in the battle of the apostasy. But I don't want this is an answer to the question. I answered it really thoroughly because I know that there was an answer coming from the same platform which maybe differs a bit from this. But believe me, that this is the opinion of our mashayikh. From Shaykh al-Albani, Shaykh ibn Baz, Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen, this is our opinion. And they were even regarding the issue, can we pray behind somebody who's got his izaar below his ankles or not? Do we pray behind him or not? To that extent. Right.
The other brother's question about the izaar being above the ankles, you ended by saying the scholars were even asked the question as to whether it's permissible to pray behind somebody who has their izaar below their ankle. I was wondering what the answer was.
Oh, the answer. Right. It is makruha, disliked. We don't say it is unacceptable. It is disliked to pray behind any person who's making any type of innovation or prohibition. For verily the companions, they disliked to pray behind somebody who had spat into the direction of the Qibla, like this. It is not disliked to pray behind it because he made such an innovation. Subhanakallah bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.